and salutations, and welcome back to our Let's Play of EU4 with RedBstrd. We're playing as Aztecs. I'm just waiting for some sort of opportunity to present itself in regard to Spain, or even for that matter, Netherlands or the papacy. They're a little bit further away from us. As I've indicated in some previous videos, it's a little frustrating at the moment that we're not getting any great openings for me to take advantage of. I think we might want to invade these two nations, two countries. And we're planning a war here at Tapu as well. Have to lose that legitimacy. Okay, so who has cash? That's why we're interested in them. So let's pick up an army and move them down here. Isn't the best target for us either of these because they don't really have a whole lot that we want in terms of trade goods. But we can get some prestige and a little bit of cash out of it. As anyways, it's a little frustrating, and I want to keep our country expanding. I want our income to be going up. Makes for a better video. And we start off with everything going pretty well for us, but then things slow down. I think with as much territory as we have, I'd love to give them more influence before I pass up. I'm not sure that that's going to be possible. I'd like more than 50 Templar points if we're going to be losing that kind of influence or loyalty. I give them this, but that's gold producing. Just see if there's anything else we could hand off. We could give them this. Yeah, there's no reason not to give our merchant guilds that. Give them this, but it's again, it's gold. Give them that. We'll give them this instead. I'd love to give them London and Lisbon, even that wouldn't be, all that rewarding. Can we really get them too much higher? We'll see how it goes. Okay, now we can do this New World Charter again up to 56 at least. So at least we're in the range for 100 points. We could get them up to 7. Up to 76 if we get a free admiral. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Okay, so now we get 150 points. And we could also lower that down to 45. Get 5 galleons. So they're relatively up to date. Yeah, they're up to date, because level 19 would be ahead of time. So that will be nice. Go ahead and give our troops just a touch more morale. I'm just watching their encounters with natives. Six years ahead of time, we're caught up on all of our military tech. Only strengthen our government just once. So we don't have a lot of royal marriages to get it high. Okay, so this war ended. Don't see any territorial changes over there or over here, so I'm not sure what happened in that peace deal. Take a look. And it did. Okay, so they took a province in southeastern Africa, and England is no longer the master of Tyrone. They gave some ducats and had to give war reparations. And England just immediately declaring war here. Okay, finally got our admin tech up. And I see no reason not to go for another military idea next. So more taxes, more army tradition. Okay, X6 has been converted. Seek the support here, so we're up to 63. Get up to 78 if we recruit this minister. Let's do it. I want those extra points. I don't always seek to get us up above 75 influence because it could invite disasters, obviously. But when we're hurting for points, it can be handy. Okay, so we finished this one. Good and core it. Okay, 28-13 in debt still. Well, we really need to climb out of that debt spiral. And this is the first step in that direction. Let's just hope that they have some cash for us by the time we get over there. Okay, looks like we're waiting for the 1st of November. Oh, France, if we can be giving people cash, why don't you give us cash? This is interesting. I wonder what's going on there. This fort's outdated, so it shouldn't hold out for very long at all. But if it doesn't fall this month, we need to send these ships back. Okay, give us your cash. I'm hoping their army stops in somebody else's territory. Okay, we can repay one loan. Now we're just going to keep our troops here until those rebels come back through. At least that's the plan. If they take too long, I'll assume that they've gotten into a fight with somebody else along the way. So we'll give them another month or so. I mean, we might as well let these ships repair. There we are. Wow, that's not where I expect them to come. Okay, on the 1st of the month, we'll start moving this fleet west. We're going to need it in Peru anyway. Okay, I don't think we need both these guys. Fabricating still. With like plane here. Okay, so they're moving up to Darien. We'll send the fleet there if it looks like they're going to escape. So most of our debt is because we wanted to get global trade. And I'd love to build some manufactories in the next 5 years, but I just don't think we're going to have cash for that because we're already in debt. I mean, maybe it's a good idea. It's probably a good idea to get at least one to get it spreading, because that will end up saving us money in the long run. Okay, why don't we take out Chimu first? They're more likely to have money. I'm sure that Chachapoya has spent all their cash in this war. And they only have a capital fort here. It's in grasslands. So this shouldn't take too long. It's not going to be a very long diversion. And let's go ahead and raise some war taxes. Just for the sake of our economy. Any of those places have a chance of producing gold, which would be really nice. Okay, they won't exist. Good. We'll just... Let's think about doing that for the prestige of it all, but no, that's fine. And they don't really care. So no point in increasing the autonomy. And since we have this guy back, I'm going to declare this war. Not even waiting for the first of the month because they're already at war. They're paying their troops full wages and everything. Well, we move this fleet around. Oh man, we should have chained those wars together. I just wasted 50 military points. Question is, do I vassalize them? Force them into being some sort of subject nation to get a free defensive war on England? That could be fun. Oh, they're winning that war. Let's see if they have any cash. 60 ducats. And how much money are we actually going to get from them? I don't know how much gold they have. No, we're not really going to get that much more out of it. Why don't we let them fight? We'll just take their cash and their war reparations for some evil claims in our country. Kanahuatl. Yeah, it's good enough for me. Good luck with your war, gents. Let's check to see if Muisca has any cash. Get some cash from Guarani, I just can't get to them. $15 ducats. It's not even worth the war at the moment. Yeah, that would definitely be worth the war though. Yeah, I should have thought about that before I signed that peace deal. Because we could have ended up taking something along the coast here and attack Guarani for their cash. Yeah, sorry, you guys don't even have enough money to be a good military target. It would be 19 developments, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea. Plus whatever they have up here. Okay, a lot of those ships are outdated. Let's see, St. Martin. Let's get them up there. I'll take a survey of what would happen if we declared war on Portugal. Okay. Burgundy. Burgundy isn't significant, but that could distract French troops. I don't like that at all. Spain hasn't built up. Okay, France won't come in. Ottomans in Scotland would if we offered them stuff. Let's see if that's the same here. Scotland would not. We could get Ottomans in the war. And France would join. That mind, it would be smarter to go for Portugal as soon as France cancels their military access. Yeah, get our troops back to Europe anyway. And start paying them. So we'll give it a few months and hope for the best. No, that's not going to happen probably until this war is over. Let's definitely get that drill. Has this video been on 23 minutes? Yeah, we'll give it a few more minutes. At least now we're caught up on military tech. No longer ahead of them, but we're caught up. And we've got our military drill. And we've got a lot of manpower. What's Spain doing here in the south? Got 76,000 troops. I think they're probably planning an invasion. Or they're picking up troops to send them. More? Like they have a mission to go for Bombay. They're not at war, so I can't see them sending the troops yet. This will be kind in our economy, less corruption from out of balance tech. So I like having their entire army here for the sake of attrition. They don't like the fact that means that we will have to fight it if war breaks out. Let's top off some relations here. And increase trust. just throw away all of your manpower, Spain. I like this plan. I mean, what can they support there? 36, yes, they're doubling it. That's gotta be painful. Sure. Yeah, losing like 3,000 men per month. That's glorious. Okay, that could be a problem for us. Okay, which is the first one? It's going to expire. 1652, so 5 years. You'll only get halfway there. No, it should probably nearly hit 100. I think we'll leave it alone for the moment. Okay, that's going to drop in October. 4 years, so it's a little over 4 years. So yeah, that disaster will hit us unless their influence drops. Wondering if we pull something from them that would make them lose 6 influence. I don't think so. We'd have to take a lot of their stuff. I guess we'd have to take half their land. And which we can... Well, we can take this stuff from them. When we do that... Okay, so that doubled the amount of time that we have, so now we're okay. Because now we'll take 84 more months. Rather than 42 more months. Sir General. Yeah, just look at that. Watch them lose 30,000 manpower. And that's going to have an effect on our economy as well. Let's take a look. So let's just do this in alphabetical order. I got 25 ducats in the treasury. No loans, though. Still have that military access? They do not. So we could declare war now. I just want to see. Utah would not come in. Spain still would. Let's try it this way. Ottoman debt has been increasing. They're even less likely to join in now. That's unfortunate. Yeah, looks like we're getting our inflation down. Hopefully they'll start sending some troops east. And that's no big deal because I'd like to wipe their army out right when war begins. Loving what that's doing to Spain's manpower pool. Yeah, they've lost 25,000 troops here, plus all the manpower. And I started checking when I saw it drop from 9 to 6, and it probably was dropping already. Okay, Hungary. Try to improve relations with you. Did we lose a CB? We must have. Or rather, we clearly did. Okay, what's that war? Ottoman conquest? That's one. Okay, I think we're at the appropriate stopping point for this video. We've probably gone over, yeah, we're up to 33 minutes.